And well, this is not SpongeBob, but no, this is SpongeBob. No,
it's a minion.
The
it's
Minions.
a minion.
I have a Minions.
I hate Minions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We got Funny, Fa-Rekin Licious, and
Siobhan's Spark Up Kitchen.
So cool, yeah. So Siobhan and I have been talking about this. How long have we been talking about doing something like this, girl?
I think since about October or November, maybe. Yeah.
Like pretty much, it was pretty soon after we, became acquainted and started watching each other and engaging with each other's videos. And I started seeing some of your cooking stuff, and you started seeing some of mine. I'm like, holy cow!
Well, I saw you on an interview, and I'm not sure if it was with Mike or someone, but you were the very first person I had seen that had an online cooking show. And I right away, because it was in my dreams, I went, I gotta meet this woman. And that's exactly what I did. I think I friended you that very first time I saw you. And then it's been a friendship ever since.
Absolutely. I remember you, I was on the elliptical and I was doing a live in Live Masters.
Oh my God.
What in the hell is this girl? Like I guess I was rotating on your newsfeed. You're like,
hi, everybody!
Girl on the elliptical wearing lipstick, talking on the live, and then you realize, oh, okay, she's cool.
I did. I was like, who is this woman just going to town on the elliptical? But I was so entranced with what you were saying, and your accent, of course, because it's about the only accent I can do really badly. But I was entranced by the accent, and then of course, I was entranced by what you were actually saying. So anytime I saw you come up live, I'm like, oh, what's she saying now? What's she saying now? So
yeah, and
I found me.
Yeah, we became friends immediately, and then it's just like you were just popping up, and every time I would see you live, it's like, oh hell yeah, I gotta watch this girl because you're just so fabulous. She's hilarious. Okay, so tell everybody because we are streaming on my platform.
Yes, that is right.
Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Siobhan Coates. I'm coming to you live from Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. I am a victim of COVID in that I was laid off from my dull, horrible office job. So I'm not a victim at all. And since March, I have been pursuing my dreams. I am a comic, a comedian. So I've been 100% dedicating myself to comedy, cooking, and life coaching. So I've put it all under one umbrella called Siobhan's Spark Up Community. And that's where I cook and do fun things in Spark Up Kitchen. I offer life coaching on limiting beliefs in Spark Up Coaching. And in Spark Up Comedy, I am a certified laughter yoga leader. So I do laughter yoga classes. I also, do jumping jacks and handstands. I don't, but I do lots of funny videos and stand up. And I'm really, a character driven kind of gal. I've got many COVID characters, alter egos of myself up on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm just, I'm making it work. I'm taking my passions and I'm creating my own unique niche.
I love that. Your passions. Taking what lights you up, what excites you. And you know what? I love the laughter yoga. I forgot to put that in your bio.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The laughter yoga. The body doesn't know whether you're fake laughing or real laughing. Right. So I can just set off on and my body doesn't know. I'm still getting all those feel-good chemicals. I'm still feeling great. But nothing was funny there. I can go the tomato laugh. But you continue to laugh, and it induces real laughter because you can't be in a group of people fake laughing without it starting to get a little funny. And, you can show up. There's no sense of humor required. There's no jokes. It's not comedy. And it's not really yoga either. There's not even a mat required. It's all about the breathing. So, when you laugh, there's a lot of ha, 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 you're moving in and out, and that kind of gets you worked up. It gets the adrenaline going. And then we come down with nice deep breathing and breathing exercises. So it's really a wonderful it's a wonderful workout as well. And I know, well, despite all the Christmas eating, that you're going to get some abs from it.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
Again, it produces the endorphins, those feel-good hormones, those
Yes.
feel-good feelings that are necessary. And you can literally switch a mood like that by laughter, by that deep laughter. And I've been reading so much about how that cures depressive thoughts, anxiety. I mean, there's so much that laughing and deep breathing and being in that presence, does for you in the body and your mindset.
Well, I joined up in 2019. I became a member of Hillarapy, Hillarapy.com, and they are a comedy therapy organization where it's all about healing through humor and taking the stories of your life, whether they be traumatic or not, and making it into comedy and realizing that everybody's got the same shit going on.
Yeah,
but they're in a different
version of shit, but everybody
exactly, and there's stuff that you can make funny, which is very therapeutic. So I've kind of taken that whole thing because I have healed so much in the last year and a half I've belonged there, that there's so much value in laughter. And in this day and age in COVID, and I know you're in the States and we're up here and all over the world, everybody's got different restrictions. But the one thing that is the same and that has been known throughout time is that laughter is the best medicine. So I am taking that and running with it.
Comment, that is real.
Yes. Oh, exactly.
Real results.
Yeah, exactly. And I really want to spread laughter and joy through the world. And that's when I did my December lives. I went live every day for 31 days in December. As much for my own sanity as the fact that I knew people were alone and I knew people were suffering and not being able to spend time with their family. And that was my mission. I wanted to provide my friends with some joy and some laughter and camaraderie and company, during December. And it lit up my life. It lit up the life of many of my friends. And I've just been taking it and running.
Yeah, and that's, to be honest, and that I've noticed since COVID's happened and we've all quarantined in one way or another is, that the necessity for human connection is so prevalent, is so apparent that we found ways through Zoom platforms. I was on numerous Zoom, like party type. Everybody get on Zoom and listen to this DJ. A friend of mine would be DJing in New York, and there would be a couple hundred of us. And we would drink wine, and it was on Friday nights, and it was just, and I would have a fucking blast. I mean, I was just like, oh my God, I was just jumping out of my skin, elated, excited, and you could see that in so many people was just bringing joy, and we found those unique ways to connect with one another by engaging with one another. And Mike Hartman says, congrats. And Amanda Jo Moody says, ha ha, yay. She goes,
hey, Amanda.
What's up? She goes, I love that this is happening. I can't stay, but I'll check the replay. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda Jo.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, all right. Let's get
yeah, why don't you, this is your recipe. So my good friend Stephanie has got a cookbook and a cooking course. And I'm not here to plug her. This is not a plug. It's a joyous reunion. But man, she's got some good recipes going. And we really wanted to do something simple. And I have her cookbook, yummy stuff. And we're doing bruschetta today. And Stephanie, I've never had bruschetta with zucchini in it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about, where did this recipe come from? Did you just kind of mix a bunch of stuff together and go, hey?
So this recipe, all right, so, Fa-Rekin Licious is all about healthy and delicious food.
Yes.
And the most important thing being that it's healthy, but, well, I guess you could equivalently say that it's delicious so people will eat it, so people enjoy eating it. So what I did is I took a traditional bruschetta recipe and combined most of the ingredients, but instead of the cheese, there's no cheese. I added stylized zucchini just to make it a heartier dish. And of course, there's no bread. Now, so what we start out doing, so years ago when I first started doing this dish, back then, because I know that you said you didn't have a spiralizer. but you were able to find spiralized zucchini at the store. Well, years ago when I first started this, that wasn't as prevalent.
No.
And that's something I've noticed, is that there is a paradigm shift around the awareness of health and wellness and feeding your body in a healthy way. I mean, you know, while people like to make fun of the expense, or they should, you know, they of Whole Foods, whole diet, you know, my thing is, you know, well, you can invest in healthy food and in yourself, or you can pay later or pay the doctor. So you're paying one way or another. So
that's always what I've said.
Is that, you know, you were able to find the spiralized zucchini. So what I do is I have my spiralizer. So you add your zucchini to your bowl.
My big measuring cup, you know.
That is Fa-Rekin huge. I love it.
I still don't have a bowl. Now, you would think between me doing December lives with a freaking measuring cup that I would have gone out and bought a bowl. I know we have bowls.
I have the bowl. It's fine. It's perfect. Okay. So
all right.
If you're going to spiralize, you're going to cut off the tip.
Yeah.
And then you're going to attach to your spiralizer into the hole. You're going to put your little, let's see, let me get in the camera here. Whoop. Oh,
there you go.
I'm going to get over just a little bit.
I'm excited to see this spiralizer. I've seen them before, but I'm excited. I do have something called a Salad Master. It probably would have spiralized it, but I didn't want to take any chances. You know, heaven forbid I make a mistake on a live video.
Oh my God, girl. Yeah, we ain't about being perfect. All right, so I've got my bowl, and I'm just going to push, and I'm right-handed, so what happens is, all right, what the hell? Like, what's going on? All right, it's supposed to be, it's not.
Did you do a trial?
All right, what's going on? What is going on? Let me try another little disc here. It's supposed to be spiralizing. What is going on?
We should have done a little dress rehearsal of, let me just make sure my spiralizer's working.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about
dress rehearsal. We don't do dress rehearsal around here.
Yeah, this is fun, and oh, there we go. All right.
There we go, spiraling.
Yeah, there we go. So it's spiralizing. Can y'all see that? With us,
yes, I see it now. I see it now. You know what? The tip of your olive oil bottle is like where it's coming out, but I see it now. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I like stuff like that. I like watching how food is processed like that.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Put that in your bowl.
Yeah. I got all mine in my bowl.
Hell yeah. Took you too.
I won't go forward either. I'll wait for you to get on the same page as me. And then we can chop our garlic together. Chop our tomatoes.
Now we can be a little team.
Yeah.
So, so let's chop. How many cloves of garlic do you have? I like lots of spice, lots of garlic.
I have 3. I've got like 3 big cloves.
Perfect. I've got 4 or 5 like medium-sized cloves. All right. So what you want to do is you want to chop that.
Yeah.
Pretty small, pretty finely.
Yes. I will do that right now.
Is your hubby there today, Siobhan?
You what?
Is your hubby there today?
No, he's at work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes to work. He was working from home in the beginning of COVID, but they made him go back. They made him go back to the office.
Well, you know, I know a lot of people are going back to the office, even if it's just for a day or two. You know. Yeah. So I'm
there are people who love working from home, and there's people who don't like working from home. And I always thought I would be one of these people who would never be able to work from home. I just thought I didn't have the discipline, but that was a limited thought on my behalf, right? Because here I am now, and I'm thoroughly enjoying working from home, and I have found the discipline. And that was just a limited thought that I had in my head. Well, I'd never worked from home before either. So that was the other thing. So I already thought that I couldn't do it, even though I'd never tried it. And that's pretty common that you know, for me, not trying something, but already thinking that I'm not going to be able to do it.
Right.
Like,
And
how
that's the thing,
ridiculous is
and
that?
that's where limiting beliefs inhibit you from, the fullest, your fullest potential. You never know what you can or can't, I mean, what you really can't do or what you can do until you try it. And
Oh,
yeah, and it's like, we all have those limiting beliefs that hold us back from, from things that we want to do, from, fulfilling our passions, running for our dreams. And it's just,
oh,
okay, it's important. Like at the end of the day, fulfilling life is to operate from that space of self-awareness and being like, you know what, I want this, I can do this, because
yeah.
when I do this, I can have that, and that, at the end of the day, brings fulfillment.
That's right. And I really learned that during when I did that burpee challenge. So for the viewers, I was challenged. I had a friend of mine put up a burpee challenge for absolutely no reason in October, just to do it. Anybody want to do this burpee challenge? Now, I hate burpees. I do work out quite often, and I've always modified burpees, or my personal trainer always knew never to put burpees in the workout, and I hated burpees. And I thought right away when she said that, there was something in my gut that said, "Oh, let's do that." But my head was saying, "No, you can't do that. You can't do 28 burpees for 28 days. You hate burpees. You're going to fail. You're going to not want to do this. So don't do it." But my driving gut was like, "We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it." And it was a war. But I found myself not only doing it, but I'd had myself so set up for failure in my head before I even started. And it was a totally opposite experience. Not only did I succeed, but I extended it. Because I was so close to 1,000 burpees, I extended it another 7 days to get 1,000 burpees. Like, how crazy is that? But it also got me on social media more. It got me more comfortable with the camera. Friends that I hadn't, spoken to through Facebook for years were suddenly watching, and it really broadened my scope of what I could actually do, and to really listen. Yeah.
Exactly. Because when you push yourself outside of your comfort zones, that is where true growth. And now, not only do you realize that you can do 1,000 burpees, but now you realize that hey, what else can I do? What else did I think that I couldn't do? Or what else did I not want to do?
Yes.
Holding space for that instead of, damn, now it's time to take on the world.
That's right. And I firmly believe it was fuel for the fire for all of this that is developed, for sure. Yes. And the December lives, the same thing. I thought, I'm going to go live for 31 days. But I'd already gone live for about 30 days, but they were only burpees, right? They were only like 7-minute videos. And then all of a sudden I'm doing half-hour videos. And when I started, my head was like, what? Are you crazy? Like, who's going to watch you every day for 31 days?
And people did.
And people did, and then said, "Well, what are you going to do next? Like, I want my Siobhan time. You just can't stop." And I didn't want to stop. So now it's taking on a whole different life.
And this is going to be probably a surprise to you, but I had a fear around going live.
Really?
I mean, I had been doing my pre-recorded cooking show for 4 years. And I wanted to go live. I wanted whatever I felt in here to translate. And sometimes when I would go live, I felt like there was some sort of this block that was inhibiting me from just fully being like what I feel so fervently within my soul and my heart. And then all of a sudden, again, everything happens in its time when it's supposed to be presented. And like last year, during this pandemic, is when I happened upon Suzanne's course where we have to go live every day. I ran into Mike, the live master.
Yeah, Mike Chevis. Yeah.
I got out of that uncomfortability or that inhibition, whatever it was that was inhibiting my crazy ass from coming to the world. And now it's like, oh, cool, hell yeah.
Oh, exactly. Are we on tomatoes yet? We've got garlic and tomatoes.
Yeah.
And are we, what are we doing here? We're just chopping them in half or quarters?
I would do, so I've got something called a Maverick mix. It's like a multitude mix, but you can do cherry tomatoes. I would
cherry tomatoes.
Perfect. And just cut them in half, or if they're really big,
Yeah, I'm thinking I might do them. Yeah, I've got a couple of bigger ones here. I'm actually going to do it in 8s, and then the smaller ones I'll do.
Yeah. So you just cut those, and like I said, depending upon how large or small they are.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yummy.
Yeah. So you get sunny, beautiful weather all the time in North Carolina.
Hell no, we don't. No, we don't. It was really overcast earlier today. In the wintertime, it does. It is rather overcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've had beautiful sun this week.
Happened to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And if we're yelling, that's because I don't know how loud we are on people watching.
People are probably.
I got to yell because I don't have my headset in. I can't use my headset, or I'd be jerking my.
I know. I thought the same thing.
Off of the ladder that it's sitting on.
And I've always been accused of being a loud talker, and I always had shame around being a loud talker. And and I found with my videos too, sometimes I was, when I would rewatch parts, I would almost be cringing at how loud I was. But then, it's just part of who I am. I don't hear it in my head. I don't hear how loud it is in my head until, someone will hopefully lovingly say, like my husband, if we're out in a hot tub at, 10 o'clock at night, and then I won't know. I'll be like,
I'll get that too, Siobhan.
How should I talk? Is this normal? Is this how everybody talks? Like, I can't figure it out. Like in my head, this is normal talking, but it's probably
I agree. And it's funny because you're gonna die laughing. When I was a little kid, and I remember specifically in the 5th grade, my teacher, the very first time she asked me to read, we had reading class.
Yeah.
Who wants to read? Or she picked me, or whatever. I don't know if I chose or she picked me. But I was such a silly clown, even back then. I mean, this is just who I am all my life. And I would read, and I would go like, the boy walked down the street, and then he went to the park. But I did it to be funny. And all the other, so she would get mad. She would get Stephanie, but all the other students, they would be laughing and stuff. So and then from then on out, anytime she asked, okay, who wants to read? The whole class. Stephanie, and one time she's like, no, Stephanie can't read. And so I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt.
Yes.
A little bit of sea salt.
Yeah.
And then some pepper. Cracked white pepper.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. So I got to tell you a funny story about reading out loud.
Yeah.
And this is about pronouncing words, right? And I was reading out loud one day in class, and the word epitome came up. And I can't even remember the book or anything. It was like he was the epitome of success. And I read that out loud. He was the epitome of success. And everybody starts laughing. And I'm like, I had no idea. And she said, it's epitome. What? And I had no idea that that's how you pronounce it. It was like the name. Have you ever read the Archie comics with Betty and Veronica, Archie, Jughead, and Reggie? Well, when I read them as a kid, I thought his name was Reggie. So every time I read the comic book, I read his name as Reggie and not Reggie. And then what happened is Archie came to TV as a cartoon on Saturday mornings. And I couldn't figure out who this Reggie guy was. Like, how could they bring in a new character into Archie and Betty and Veronica? And it probably took me at least 2 episodes to realize that Reggie was Reggie and not Reggie. Right. So I can imagine what people do with my name in their heads.
Well, when you popped on my live that day and you were commenting, I was like, hello, Siobhan. Hey, Siobhan. So, all right, let's see. Andrew Steinmetz says, Katie and Andrew here. Mighty fine cook in here.
Excellent.
They're on YouTube.
Oh, good.
I guess I'm able to see comments on YouTube. And then Daphne, she's a good friend of mine. She says, "What is a burpee?" Girl, you should do a burpee. Like,
Okay, I'll do a burpee. Okay, so I'm gonna, yeah, exactly.
you gotta wash your hands.
I know. So a burpee, you jump up, you go down. And then you come back up into a squat and you come up. Now, we've done push-ups in ours.
Oh, love it. We're going to be doing a burpee challenge. Woo, woo, woo. And then your hands again. Woo.
Yeah. Down.
Squat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we both like to work out. You and I are blessed in that we love to work out. And, you know, it has saved, I want to say it saved my mental health, but actually I went through a whole period when I was diagnosed with anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder. I felt a lot of shame around that because I was a spin instructor. I was working out 6 days a week, but I had reached the point where exercise was actually causing bad stress on my body because I was already so stressed.
Cortisol as well. You can't over exercise and it raises too much cortisol, putting stress mentally and physically on the body.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened. But, you know, I didn't know that at the time. I just thought, wow, I'm a real loser because, you know, they say to relieve anxiety, go exercise. So I was exercising 6 days a week, but it was counteractive because it was adding more stress.
And your body will actually hold on to fat.
Won't it though?
Because it also elevates your sugars, your insulin. I mean, there's a whole mechanical process going on with too much cortisol, inflammation in the body, your body, you know, so your fat cells are, you know, filling up to you know, in protect you from inflammation as well. Hey, and Antoinette says, hey girl, what's up? That's my girl. She's been on my cooking show before. So yeah. So all right, so we've got our garlic, we've got our sea salt, we've got our black pepper, we've got our zucchini, spiralized or already spiralized, and our cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
So let's see what we're gonna do.
The basil.
Well, we add that last because you don't want.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah. So now we have olive oil and balsamic.
So we'll do our olive oil next.
Yeah. Sorry, I just dropped. There we go, and that's about 1/4 cup.
Yeah.
I usually don't measure.
Zucchini than you. So I'm just gonna do like a drizzle. I'm gonna do about 1/8 cup.
Yeah, that's about what I did too. About 1/8 cup here, and then the same with the balsamic.
Yeah. And then drizzle.
Oh my God, this smells so good. I was saying earlier, I absolutely love the smell of basil, and it is just smelling so good.
Oh.
Now, are we tossing this? Yeah. Oh, look, wait. I'm going to get my matching wooden spoons. Hold on, Steph.
Hold on.
Wait for it. Hold on.
And spark up kitchen.
Is this the same?
Yeah, almost.
All right. Oh my God, this looks so good.
I know, it smells damn freaking amazing.
Oh, you guys don't know what you're missing here with the smell.
Oh yeah.
So good.
This recipe, the way in which it's made right here. Again, this is vegan. It can be considered paleo. Excuse me. It's just a healthier way. There's no bread and there's no cheese. However, let's say you're doing more of a keto, you know, low carb plan. You could add some, you know, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and that would be amazing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I actually have some matzo balls. I got some matzo balls in my fridge, so you know, I'm thinking this is a beautiful salad, right? Like you just eat this as a salad. So because I worked out, and even not because I worked out, but you know, give me some cheese, man.
This actual recipe is a part of this Renew Start, like Healthy Start program that I've implemented, you know, with a few of my clients. And I know one of my clients, I had to make it for him twice. He's like, please, because he did the program twice, and he's like, well, please double up on that bruschetta. Like, yeah, I mean, so this is very good. So now we're going to do the basil.
All right.
Yeah. So just
my goodness.
How you want. And do you watch Food Network? What do you get up there in Canada? Is it the same? network?
I do believe we have a Canadian Food Network. Now, our cable services are kind of all over the place right now. So I don't actually know if we get the Food Network at this point, but I have watched the Food Network. And I know we have a Canadian version because I once upon a time, long before iPhones, and when you still had, I think it was even video cameras, I sent in a demo tape they were looking for, it wasn't like a chef competition, or was it? They were just looking for like, I think it might have been like a Canada's Next Chef, but not quite that format. But I did a recipe from my childhood of, I can't believe, pork chops and ginger ale that my mother used to cook. She used to pan fried pork chops and then throw ginger ale on it, and it used to candy the pork chops. Oh, it's really good. I mean, it's probably like a Newfoundland recipe, but
we should do that recipe. You're picking the next recipe we do.
I will. Now, I am vegetarian now, almost coming up a year that I've been vegetarian. So the thing of it, like if I cooked meat, I wouldn't eat it. We do eat fish, so we can do fish. Oh my God, I've got some beautiful fish recipes. So we do eat fish, but not for any reasons, like not because we're anti-animal or anything like that. Not anti-animal, but we're not on a crusade or anything. Yeah. No judgment around it. We just did it for 2 weeks as a lark last year, just to change it up because we had eaten, like we were getting into eating like red meat, like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And it was just our bodies weren't really liking that. So we thought, we'll just go vegetarian for 2 weeks. And then we just kept going. And I actually was quite surprised that my husband wanted to still stay on the bandwagon. And he was like, I feel great. And I felt great. And it's a year later. And we've only just sort of added fish in the last 5 months or so, because sometimes when you go out for dinner, right, the vegetarian options are, sure, we'll take the steak off that. Here's your potatoes and vegetables. Well, that's yeah. So then we just started to add fish in there too.
It's a vegan type restaurant that specializes in, because we have one of those here. It's called Luna's Living Kitchen, and the food is outstanding.
Yeah,
so you don't miss the meat, but it's not. So like I tried vegan for a couple weeks, and it was delicious. But yeah, I didn't necessarily, because I'm an O positive blood type. And one of the things that I learned through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition is that, you're at your most healthiest when you eat, relative to your blood type. And O positives, or O's in general, are not at their healthiest if they don't have at least a little bit of animal protein.
Oh, interesting. Now I'm A negative, so
these, I can't remember which one it was. They're more healthy with no animal protein.
Yeah,
or a lot less.
Well, I'll have to look into that because I'm A negative, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll have. I don't know what blood type my husband is, to be honest with you. I should look into that. But vegan's a little bit too hard for me. Because I like my cheese, and I like cottage cheese, right, as a protein source. And I didn't really want to get rid of I didn't want to make I didn't think we'd be going on for a year, but vegan just seems a little complicated, and I want to be able to eat more than that.
Yeah, and real quick, I wanted to show everybody before I add my basil, is I learned this from Ina Garten, is placing your basil, topping it on one another, and then folding it in half, and then
like you're chiffonading it.
Because my Stephanie DFL, but then you just chop it into tiny, tiny, tiny slices. So that's what I'm doing right now, chopping into tiny slices.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Just sprinkle over and then mix.
If you rewatch this, you'll see what I was doing while you were chopping. You're like, I did it all fine and everything, and it's all shipping at it. And I'm like, here's my lump of basil that I chopped up here. Oh my God, Stephanie, this is.
Okay. So you might not have this, and I don't know if I have it as a part of the recipe, and it's not lemon juice, because the acidity of the lemon juice would not go good with the acidity of the balsamic. But I did previously grate a little bit of lemon zest. Yeah, this is going to add just a smidgen of pop, of just a little bit of flavor.
I can zest I even have a zester from chef school.
Hell yeah!
So this is a zester that I had. Yeah, I went to culinary arts. So this was in my knife set. And honestly, this is a beauty. Watch this. I'll come up close. What's going on there?
Come up just a little bit. There we go. There we go.
So you kind of grate it. Oh, hold on. There we go. You grate it, and it comes through the little holes as I grate lemon all over the place. But yeah, it's. There we go. That's a nice ad right there.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm like freaking out. I'm ready to taste this.
I'm salivating. I know. I was just finished a protein shake before we got on here, but I think I'm ready for. I think I'm ready to taste this.
God, like yours is so much harder than mine, but you had a lot more zucchini. Like
I do.
Little tiny zucchini.
All right, so I'm just going to eat it right out of the bowl because it's just me.
Too.
All right, let's try it. Oh my God.
Oh. Wow.
Wow. This is so good. And so easy.
Is this the first time you've had it?
Your recipe, yes. I mean, I've had bruschetta before, but not like this. Usually it's a bunch of tomatoes and cheese and, you know, I've never had it with zucchini. It's way more fortifying.
Yes.
And it is absolutely delicious.
Oh my God. It's so rich and healthy and filled with nutrition and flavor.
The flavor, exactly. All those.
Really not that inexpensive. Very affordable ingredients here, people.
So affordable. So affordable. So affordable. Oh my God, Stephanie, this is so good. Thank you. I'm going to add. Now for me, I'm just going to show the viewers because they might want the option of cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got some mozzarella too.
So I actually have. No, I don't. They're gone bad. I had bocconcini in here, and I was going to use it, but they've gone bad. So I do have other mozzarella that I can put in here. My bocconcini had gone bad. So, but I could do.
Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit of shredded mozzarella myself.
I got shredded mozzarella too. Oh my God, look at us go.
Hell yeah, girl.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to serve out myself a little bowl, and I'm actually going to cube. I'll cube a little pieces of cheese here. So I would just take a couple of slices here, and then just, and they'll absorb the flavor too. Mozza is such a nice mild cheese that it'll absorb the flavors the longer it sits. If you can actually, have it sit.
Oh my God.
But I'm throwing in this mozza. So then, so that looks like that. With just the little mozza cubes in there.
So
good.
I'm losing my mind right now. This is so delicious.
I know. I am too. Well, Steph, I would say this first show is very successful.
I'm Fa-Rekin, and we have some more comments. So my girl Tony says, come to Florida. Girl, I'm ready to hop a plane. I'm being serious. I'm ready to hop a plane. It's like, I think the flights are $39 each way on Allegiant. And then Andrew Steinmetz says, that's what I'm talking about. Great information mixed in with fun. Thumbs up. Now,
yes.
You did know him? Do you know him, Andrew Steinmetz? Okay.
No.
Steinmetz. All right. So, hey, thank you, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Still to the but no, he's watching from YouTube.
Oh, so, nice. Thanks for joining.
Yes. You know what? That could be my Airbnb guest, Katie, her boyfriend. That might be because I sent him a link. I texted him a link to my YouTube channel.
Right. Right.
And then Tony also says, I went vegan when we moved. I feel fantastic. And then she goes,
good for you. Good for you. My husband's daughter has been vegan for over 2 years now, and she's got a lot of good recipes, and she's really embraced it. And actually, she was never a cook before, and she had to embrace cooking, and now she just comes up with spectacular recipes, and Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah.
This has been so much fun, Siobhan. I love
It has been. It has been. And we're making plans for more people. You haven't seen the end of us. In fact, this is just the beginning.
That is doggone right, girl.
Yeah.
So you pick us a recipe for next time.
Yes.
And we'll let you know, guys, when that's coming to you. We're not sure if it'll be live or it will be something that her and I, pre-record together. But it's going to be fabulous regardless.
Yes.
Friday, girl, it's fabulous Friday. Put your celebration.
Yeah.
Fabulous Friday.
Fabulous Friday. Fabulous Friday.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. All right. You want to say, Siobhan?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, guys. Thank you. We have quite a few watching. Again, 3 platforms. So I'm not sure, what all I could see.
Yeah.
The 3 platforms. But thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on one second. Don't leave, Siobhan.
I'm not. I'm right here.